let's do a bit of good and bad. Anne Hathaway was fantastic, her solo was great, but on the bad side, the movie was just a slow decline, I felt. The pace of the movie just slowly slipped away and the performances just weren't as captivating all the way throughout. Good bit, they all sang their hearts out, and you could really feel that they were in character and really enjoyed being their characters, which was fantastic. But on the other hand, I actually felt the movie is just shy of 3 hours. Now, if you're sitting down to a movie that's almost 3 hours, I would have been happy to sit down to a movie that was 3 hours and had maybe like 10, 15 extra minutes of just in that kind of mid-section where things were just getting maybe a wee bit flat. Just, fleshing out the story just a wee bit more. Not a lot, not because I didn't get it or anything, but just a little bit more, extra little bit of something just to keep it spiced up a bit. That would have been great. Good, they kind of stuck to the theme. Obviously, since it was a theatre show and a book, and then there's the musical and all this, you can't really deviate too much. However, they brought a lot to it because it's a cinematic, it's a movie. They could do a lot of things you don't get on stage. You could get, like, I think Mr. Hooper, the director, he likes to get up in people's faces with the camera and get all their emotions. And you can't do that on a stage because you're sitting in the crowd and you have to get your binoculars and everything's very far away, and that just really brought a really cinematic element without warping the story, and I think that was really important that they did that. Bad thing, I don't think people realised what the story actually was. I think everyone just kind of took for granted that Les Mis is such a big kind of cultural reference by itself, with all these songs that people kind of know, made famous by other artists, as well as through the musical. I think people were expecting more love story rather than the kind of the religious aspect to it. Might have actually pushed a lot of people away, and there's all these people saying they walked out of the cinema because they didn't know what it was, and it's like, did you not watch the trailers to find out what it was? Which is good. I guess that's a good thing, that the hype was there, everyone was ready to the hype, they had the right cast, all the right people, the right director in the right place. But the bad thing is people didn't really know what they were expecting. I don't think enough people give the movie a chance. Good bit, the actors were all very convincing. I think a lot of them were really brave. Hugh Jackman, he's been Wolverine for however many years now. Australia was quite good by Baz Luhrmann and stuff, but I was pleased to see people like that do this movie. People that necessarily, maybe even Eddie Redmayne, not made a huge name for himself, but really just put himself out there and thought, I'm going to give this a bash because this looks great. Hugh Jackman's a big name. Russell Crowe's a big name. They just really went for it. Anne Hathaway's career is just, she's on her way up. She's Catwoman, she's Fontaine. There was a real conviction in the performances. On the downside to that, maybe, I was going to say it could have been more gritty. Could be a bit more, a bit more grit, but actually there were some parts of it that were pretty gross, pretty realistic, in your face, not overly graphic, but it kind of insinuated a lot of graphic material. A good thing, they brought the musical to a new generation. I think they always try to do this, take the story, show it to new people, so that new people can enjoy it for longer now. There's the stage show which has been running, there's the movie which will be DVDs and Blu-ray probably, it's on the internet, you can download it and you can buy it and everyone can watch it every Boxing Day with their whole family round, and they'll probably do a karaoke version that everyone loves. So there's that. I guess that's the bad thing as well. Like, if you don't know the words to all the songs, you may not have enjoyed it as much as someone that did.